just writing in general and the skills that kids need with writing. It was so boring. All of their writing was boring. All the sentences were the same. And 4th and 5th graders are just beginning to develop their abstract skills, right? Their abstract thinking skills in their brains. And I was thinking about, now in the future, how do we go away from this film project and go back into writing on paper or in docs? And I almost feel like, oh my gosh, how do we even move that direction? However, having had this experience, I would imagine now they have a concrete picture in their mind of what organization looks like, feels like, sounds like.
When I actually got the video clips, I started realizing what else I could do. Some parts of the interview, like at the beginning, and then the rest of the parts I can like split it. So it'll be some B-roll and then some parts of the interview about like what I was saying, because it could match what my clips were about.
Well, their part wasn't really just something important that I was talking about. So I'm gonna put the interview earlier and then I get later on say, now why am I talking about this? Why did I start liking running?
What is great writing? Great writing is astute observations of the world and insight articulated. Making these astute observations of your world and you're articulating it using multiple channels of communication. Tell me why that's of any less value than pen and a paper with 5 paragraphs in the hamburger.
I think about project-based learning. I think about the projects that stick with me that I haven't even done, that other teachers have done. The projects that always stick with me are the ones that are like off the charts amazing. And I think I could never do that.
I actually enjoy video a lot, like editing and then taking clips while at like practice.
Because I'm just spending a lot of time on this and getting a lot of B-roll and investing time into getting interviews and just editing the videos.
Why?
There's a lot of changes you have to make, so I guess like you put a lot of thought into it and you have to just constantly be like thinking about the film, how you want it to be, how do you think other people would want it to be.
I want to say that it would have been so wonderful to have everything super structured from the beginning, and it would have flown so much easier. And I know in my heart it would not have. I think back, and actually another teacher even mentioned, gosh, I wish we would have structured this, had this outline structure in the beginning. And I feel like, especially with our struggling writers, that if we had forced them into this outline structure, that would have led to a super formulaic, boring video.
Video and writing, there's always a connection. You can, for narration, it's like, oh, well, that's not writing a script, isn't writing? Yes, it is. You are still writing the script.
Writing is video. For example, when you're voiceovering, you learn the same things, but just like in a different way. I'm more like focused on what I'm doing.
But we should probably take all of those supports away. Eat your vegetables before you have dessert. And make them learn to write the 5 paragraphs first before they record.
Yeah,
right?
especially
because
if they're struggling.
that, instead of engaging them in the ultimate goal, which is to be more thoughtful, be more astute, be more analytical, be more critical.
Boom.
Do you really push us to gather footage, gather interviews, gather some narration, and just start? And I feel like just allowing them to start and get the spark of their ideas, then later they were able to go back to that footage, and that actually helped them build the outline. If we wouldn't have had that footage, I think they would have been pulling things out of thin air.
So you are learning how to write at even a deeper level when you make the video.
Though it's like reading, they're going to be learning the same thing as they would as their book, but they'll also be seeing the visuals.
Hey, this is the process. This is where I see you grow.
Because I don't want to sound cocky, but before my voice had no meaning. I sounded like an automated robot. When I was reading it off, I just felt like it had meaning, and I was reading something that I had written.
Dance is ever-changing, a performing art and a sport.
It made me feel good.
Video, I just said stuff on my mind, and I just probably made some more narration for me, so that's gonna take another hour. Because during the summer,
This is pure gold.
I want to make new videos too.
yeah, I want to make a different one, like